Hey everybody, this is Baka&Co. I'm Frankfurtter, that's Magically Average. Today we are going to be doing a Spring 2023 preview for all the anime coming out next season. We are on livechart.me. We are going to be going for with the filters. If you want to follow along, we will have shows from last season. We have the English titles. I don't speak Japanese. I'm not going to try and pronounce all of these titles in Japanese. We do usually start at the bottom of the list, and we will, but for all intents and purposes, we do want to start at the top with two shows because they do technically come out this week. So first and foremost, let's start out with Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc. This is something that I know I'm looking forward to. I think you're looking forward to it as well. To give you a heads up, it will have a full season starting in April. However, if you do want to watch basically like the first long episode, or I don't know if they're going to do an hour-long episode for episode 1, or if they are going to do just a 30-minute episode of episode 1, they will have a movie for Demon Slayer coming to theaters. I put movie in quotations, though, because the movie will be the last 2 episodes of the Entertainment District and then an hour-long special of the Swordsmith Village arc. So if you want to see the first hour of the next arc really early, you can go to your local theater. If you probably, I say local, but more than likely, if you get anime video, like movies in your theaters, they'll probably have this. So check your local listings, see if it's out. Do not expect this to be entirely new material. It is going to be about an hour's worth of old material or 45 minutes worth of old material, and then have an hour's worth of new material for the new arc. So it will have a full season come April. However, if you want to watch the very beginning of it, you can this weekend / next week. The second show we wanted to start talking about before we scroll all the way down and start from the bottom is Attack on Titan final season part 3 part 1. Basically the last part is going to be, if you're not really into anime news and you don't know what's going on with Attack on Titan, the last part is split up into 2 extra long episodes. I believe they're about an hour and a half. The first part is coming out this Friday, March 3rd, and it'll be about an hour and a half if I'm not mistaken. It will have a second part. Nobody knows when that's happening, though. So if you're looking forward to that, it'll be out this Friday for you to watch. It'll be an hour and a half, and with that, let's get our Spring 2023 preview on. Normally, we go through everything, but the very bottom of these is usually just children's show. I mean, as much as I love Butt Detective and want to talk about Butt Detective again because I love Butt Detective, we're not going to talk about Butt Detective. I just wanted to see how many times I could say Butt Detective before you just fucking cut me off. But you're just going to let me roll with it and say Butt Detective as many times as I want to. Butt Detective. Anyways, we are going to start with Opus Color because the other show we would have started with has no synopsis. Opus Color, it's an original music anime made by C Station.
They did Laid Back Camp.
They did Laid Back Camp. Okay. From without reading all of this, it looks like it's going to be a music anime, but also an art anime. Like maybe mix like the lighthearted versions of Blue. What was the show called that I talked to you earlier about? Blue Period.
Blue Period?
Yeah, mixed Blue Period, like the happy-go-lucky parts, if there are any, of Blue Period mixed with like a music anime. That's what this looks like. From the poster, anyways. We have 50 shows to get through, or 48 now that we've gotten through 2. So we're not going to get too much into this. This is going to be a pass for me.
Yeah, this season I'll start off by saying is very stacked. So I find it'll be very hard for me to pick up one that I haven't already had on my list or am just currently watching and it's continuing. Yeah.
Or just added 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, or just added 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. But yeah, Opus Colors by C Station probably be a pass for both of us. Idol Masters Cinderella Girls U149. I believe this is just a continuation of the Idol Masters show. Yep. I have not watched any of it. I will not be watching this.
Same Z's.
Cool. Moving on. World Dai Star. I don't know what this is, but it's about performing arts. There's no synopsis. It's a mixed media project, so I assume it's based off of a gacha game of some sort.
Yeah, but the studio that did it is Assassination Classroom and Classroom of the Elite. So
Lurch.
Oh, and Toilet Bound. So at least it'll have good animation.
Oh, and Danganronpa.
Danganronpa?
Yeah,
What would you call it?
I don't know, Danganronpa.
All right, we're gonna move along. Yeah, this is
Anyways,
probably a pass for me too.
yeah, probably a pass for me. Ooh, they
These
also did.
first, I don't even think we really need to say which ones we're passing, except for the ones that we were gonna try, because
Eh,
most of these first ones are gonna be passes. But
yeah, that's true. Mix season 2. This looks like a baseball
baseball,
anime, but it's a season 2. We haven't watched any of it, so
it's done
I'm
by
good.
OLM though,
It is done by
and OLM's done by
OLM.
a lot of good stuff. If
They
you've
did
ever watched
Komi. They
Pokemon,
did. They did
ever
Komi,
watched Pokemon
Summertime
stuff,
Rendering,
yeah,
Nagatoro, Pokemon, Odd Taxi. Yeah, OLM we fuck with, but this show we
probably
didn't even
not.
watch season 1. We probably won't fuck with season 2. Tokyo
Nope.
Mew Mew New season 2. Didn't watch season 1. Probably
That
good.
season one came out recently too. I remember us talking about it,
I think
but
that was like summer or spring of last year, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, it's okay. So
But didn't watch season 1, won't watch season 2, so it is what it is. This next show, however, I will at least be watching one episode of, The Marginal Service. This is something that like we've seen posters of, and we're like, this is interesting.
well,
This poster is a lot more tame than what it used to be. If
that's
you're
what I was gonna
watching the video
say.
feed,
Yeah, so the marginal service I learned about through my wife because she was like, "Hey, when this anime gets announced, let me know." And she just sends me a screen cap of a like anime poster and it's for the marginal service. And it's just a bunch of hunky men and one random woman all naked
yeah, I
and
found the
like
actual poster.
yeah, and there's like a police tape like that just says warning that's going across the poster and it's covering all of the sensitive parts and then they're obviously positioned in ways where everything's kind of covered. But I was like, you know what, sweetie, I'll keep my eyes out for you. And lo and
Interesting.
behold, it's coming out in spring.
Yes, interesting enough though. I'm looking at this poster right now, and if you're a video viewer, you're seeing it too. It says warning across everything, but once it gets to the girl, it just says "wow" with an exclamation
Ah,
point.
it does say wow. Huh, look at that. I
That's
didn't even
really weird.
realize that.
There's a flying
Is it
squirrel.
though?
Wow, how cute.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
it's
it's talking
just
about the flying squirrel, not the woman.
wow, flying
To be
squirrel.
less sexist. But I think I will be forced to watch this one. If not, I will probably just be peering over as my wife watches it. So in some way, shape, or form, I'll at least see the first episode or two.
I'll watch the first episode just to see what it's all about, but I probably won't get too far into this. Done by Studio 3 Hertz or 3HS or HZ. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I really don't. There's no synopsis for it. I don't think I've read the synopsis on Anime News Network, but it'll be interesting. Um, Next up, Alice Gear. I always mispronounce this word. Aegis
Ages.
expansion. This looks like maybe a sequel because of the word expansion. There's no synopsis. It's based off a video game. I don't know. This looks like cute girls shoot things, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like the studio does a lot of like game to anime.
Yeah, they do Dropkick My Devil, which is like the one that I know. Oh, they did
Amphor.
Bungo, whatever you want to call it. Stray Dogs 1.
Yeah,
They do a lot of
Rosen Maiden.
cutesy shows, it seems.
Yeah, probably not a go. But hey, the poster is pretty cute though.
Yeah,
Just
it's pretty neat.
girls and a bunch of guns around them.
And drones, but yeah, no, I'm out. Next up,
Uh,
Rukudo's Bad Girls.
this
No,
looks like
I'm good.
a fucking like webtoons
This
style.
looks like your.
This looks awful.
What was the show that you wanted to watch so badly? The Crazy University, Crazy Human
Oh,
University. This looks
crazy
like
human.
that type of art style,
No,
but
this
worse.
looks. I was gonna say this looks straight up like someone went into Roblox and like created like little snip videos of their characters and stuff. They're
Yeah.
like, I can make an
Also,
anime out of it.
I didn't realize there's like a guy in the bottom part of the poster and all that red.
Yeah, this looks awful. This looks like the
Guy is a
like
loser and everyone knows it. He gets picked on at school, gets snide looks from passerby, and can only muster up the courage to complain in secret with his equally hapless friends. Looking to turn his life around, he desperately uses an ancestral artifact passed down in his family for generations, a scroll that is capable of subduing all demons. However, in the modern age, it has a different effect. It makes all bad girls fall in love with him. Yeah, no, I'm fucking good. No, thank you.
So weird. What the
I didn't
hell?
even see that it's a harem. It's a harem anime. But it's a harem anime that looks like fucking clip art.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
God,
thank
that
you.
looks bad. Like, it looks like a bad Flash game. Anyways.
No, thank you.
Next on the list, Kizuna no Alil? Alili? Alil? I don't know
I
how to
always love when
pronounce
you
that.
try to pronounce
I know.
stuff.
I fucking hate
Always
it too.
3 times. The
I
first
hate
time,
it too.
second time you question mark it, and then the third time you're like, yeah, confident.
Third time is confident or question mark again, and then fourth time is confident.
Yeah.
But
Kizuna no
another music anime coming out, but this is done by Wit Studio and Signal MD. And you know our saying on this podcast, and if you haven't listened to this podcast at all, Wit never misses. Wit just doesn't miss with their animation. So no matter what the fuck this is, like, it's gonna be gorgeous.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only disclaimer is that Wit doesn't miss when it comes to animation. It doesn't mean that the anime is gonna be good.
No,
because the story could suck.
like
It could just be not uninteresting, but at least it'll look pretty. So
exactly.
There seems to be a lot of music, performing arts related ones so far. So it's interesting. I'm gonna pass. It's again, there's nothing again. The only one that I'm like hard pass on is the Rokodu's Bad Girls, but the other ones I'm like, if I didn't have 30 other shows already on my list, sure, I'd give it an episode try.
This seems like just from reading the description just really quickly, this seems like as if the girl from Belle was actually confident, like the movie Belle. It seems like if she was confident in her singing, and that's what this show sounds like. So if you're into like virtual reality worlds and singing, this might be up your alley. But yeah, I'll probably pass, even though I love Wit Studio. So it is what it is. Next up, Too Cute Crisis. This looks adorable. I have no clue what it's about. Maybe it's about a girl who's overtly like a tough girl bully that falls in love with a cat. I don't know.
Nope, you are so wrong. Reigning space empire Azathoth has deployed surveyor Lisa Luna to planet Earth. Initially, she believes it's fine to destroy the planet due to its low level of civilization, until she stops by a cafe and has her first encounter with a creature called a cat. Lisa is shocked by the cat's cuteness from another dimension. Will cute really save the Earth?
So this studio did a couple of Cuckoos, Initial D final stage, Beyblade, a lot of Beyblade, Major. They
love Beyblade.
They do a lot of stuff that I have no fucking clue what it is other than Beyblade.
Yeah.
So
the couple of Cuckoos, people were saying that's like actually really, really good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
It looks pretty too. Again.
Yeah, I like the poster. It looks adorable. It is a comedy. I love my comedy. So.
Oh yeah.
I might give this an episode. We'll get. Usually, like the first week, I'm good. I'm good about watching the first episode. I'm terrible about keeping up.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, same.
So we'll see. Next up, Otaku Elf, which I know you will be watching. You own the books for these. So.
But have I read them?
No. God no. No, you have
No.
not. This is probably going to get like an episode or 3 from me. I know the general kind of synopsis. Basically just an old elf who loves video games and hates going outside. It's in the description. It's an otaku elf. So I just I want to see what it's all about. I haven't read any of it, so I'll definitely be giving this an episode or 3.
The studio that's doing it again, really good animation.
CTC.
Yeah, Reincarnated as a Sword.
Yep.
Wandering Witch. They've done Harukuna Receipt. Yeah. So it'll be really pretty. I have the manga. I have not read them. I'm actually reading through. My wife and I finally finished JoJo's. So I told her, I was like,
Yay!
Once we finish,
we can talk about it now.
Yay! Part 4 is still my favorite.
I love part 6. But anyways.
I know you did. I said I'm going to read through Steel Ball Run and JoJo Lean, and then into JoJo Lands once it starts getting scanned. So I'm like 9 chapters into Steel Ball Run. Boy, oh boy, is that already my favorite. Like, holy cow. So
Fair enough.
yeah, I'm reading something that I don't even have physically yet. Thanks, Viz Media.
Egad. Anyways, we are gonna move on. My clueless first friend. This looks adorable. You and I have both watched the trailer for this. This show looks. It does
It
look like
looks
another one of those cute girls meets cute unassuming boy, but like the roles are kind of switched where he is like the one in charge and like, oh, I want to like hang out and do everything and kind of teasing the girl, but I don't know. It looks cute. I like
it
it.
looks cute. I have a sneaking suspicion that the shtick is gonna grow really old really quickly.
Yeah, I
That's my only problem.
yeah,
Like
that's how I felt about some of the newer, I guess, kind of cute girl, cute boy type mangas that have been coming out like this, and
Shikimori came into that a little bit. Shikimori's not just a
it
cutie.
definitely got better, but yeah, I felt that way with the
Aharon-san.
Aharon-san was one, but also I read, what was the glasses one? The girl I like forgot her glasses.
Oh yeah,
That
I haven't
shtick
read that one yet.
It's okay. But I'm definitely going to give this at least one episode, if not three, for sure. Just because I like this type of genre. I just hope that it doesn't grow stale.
Yeah.
By the way, if we
Agreed.
know what streaming service is going to have it, we'll note it. I have no fucking clue. This
Yeah,
probably is going
most
to
of
be on
these.
Crunchyroll, but unsure so far because they haven't
Yeah.
really announced all of them. Hi, Kitty.
Right. Yep. Hello and goodbye. Back on the ground.
Anyways, my clueless first friend more than likely going to be on Crunchyroll, out April 2nd. I'll give this at least 1 to 3. Next up, Pocket Monsters. It's the new episodes of Pokemon. It's, if you like Pokemon, you'll probably watch it. But it's the new protag. No more Ash Ketchum,
No
the
more,
boy who is
no
fucking
more
immortal.
Ash Ketchup.
No
Still
more
14.
immortal lad. Yeah, but I'm good. I don't need to get into Pokemon. I had my phase of it. I enjoyed it when I was younger, but I'm good. This show I will definitely be watching. Absolutely 100%. Birdie Wings season 2. I absolutely will go to bat for Birdie Wings season 1. It was the most anime that I had watched in a very long time until probably Sabikui Bisco. Actually, that was the season before. No, so it's Sabikui Bisco, and then I hopped straight into this, and then Licorice Recoil happened, which it wasn't as anime
there's been a lot
as
of
anime,
good,
but yeah.
There's been a lot of good animes lately.
Yeah, if you really want a good anime-ass anime, and you know that means just it's absolutely fucking ridiculous, Birdie Wing is definitely the show for you. It makes golf interesting. What more do you want? But yeah, I'll be in for season 2. I know Tim. I got to remind Tim that season 2 is happening.
Our good buddy.
Our good buddy Tim. He loves this show. He. This was like one of the only animes he's watched in the past like 5 years.
Yeah.
And he enjoyed the hell out of it. But you gonna watch it? Did you even watch season 1?
No. So I will get around to it eventually.
Doubtful. Anyways, moving on. Heavenly Delusion. I have no idea what this one is about. Adventure sci-fi seinen within the safety of the walls.
Used to raised in nursery style setting by robots. Cool, you got me. I'd give it a try.
Huh. Yeah, okay. Done by Production IG, which they are fantastic with their
a lot on their resume.
Yeah,
so
their animation's fantastic. So I'll give it an episode, but we'll see. Skip and Loafer, another slice of life comedy romance. This has been on my radar to read. I have not started it, but I will definitely be watching this for sure.
For sure.
Yeah,
especially if you need your fix of like, there's no more Comey and Nagatoro's coming to a close because the second season's airing right now, and Uzaki-chan did its thing. We still don't have anything on My Dress Up Darling. Like, if you need a good fix of like a wholesome slice of life, definitely look out for Skip and Loafer. This looks absolutely wonderful.
Yes. So Skip and Loafer is gonna probably be your slice of life for the season. I actually don't even know. We probably have
there's a couple
more.
There's a couple other ones that are really good.
Yep, there's actually one.
Slow down. Slow your roll. Jesus Christ, you got to calm down there, kid. You also got to speed it up because we need to get through this list. You need to calm down and then you go fast.
We're 20 minutes in and we're about halfway through, okay?
Let's
Magical
go.
destroyers.
It's like Sabiku Ibisco, but cyberpunk.
Hey, if
it's
anything like Sabiku Ibisco, I'll try it once.
I'm in.
But
give me a shot.
Yeah, we'll give it one episode. Done by Bibbery Animation Studios. Who the oh, they did quintessential quintuplets.
Well, there you go, all you Quint fans, as you're called. Wow,
it's a
they
shoujo.
did.
It's a show.
They did
shoujo, yeah, shoujo anime. So
they have only been in existence since 2017. Huh. All right, let's see what you got.
Indubitably. Moving on. Blue Orchestra by Nippon Animation. I have no idea about this, but from the poster, it's another music anime. Performing arts as well, so it's
maybe it's because it has blue in its name, but it's giving me like the music version of because it's drama too, drama music performing arts. So my guess is it's going to be very serious and intense, but probably really well written. So if you're into music and like just art anime, like all the different arts, whether it's painting or music based, I feel like this would be a good one up your alley.
Reading the description, it kind of reminds me of what's Your Lie in April minus the cancer, the literal cancer, like the people being sick. So spoiler alert.
You could you could have said anything. I would have taken anything else. I would have taken this is the same as fucking My Hero Academia, but without the superpowers. Like, you could have said literally anything else except what you said, but you said it.
I'm not apologizing.
I don't expect you to, but I just want you to know that you're a moron.
I love
Moving
you too,
on.
buddy.
I'm gonna take this one over from you because
it's gonna be 5 minutes of you. It.
Yeah, it's Kamanaki Sekai no Kamisama Katsudo.
Action comedy ecchi fantasy seinen. Seinen? I never know how to pronounce it.
I swear to Christ, I literally I said the title for the sole reason that you fuck up everything, and you fucked up a word that you said like 50 times already. It's seinen. Yes.
I never know how to pronounce it. Nobody's ever corrected me, so I just never knew.
You can say seinen too if you want to be very English about it. American, sorry. Seinen. It's seinen.
It's salmon?
Salmon, yeah.
It's salmon. Anyways,
I don't know. This is giving me really creepy vibes because she looks like a lolly and she's like got this dude's head locked in between her thighs, but he's also like gripping her and he's like, meh. I don't know. This looks weird.
I'm going to give this an episode. I remember reading this. I don't remember what it's about. I remember reading the description a long time back. I was like, yeah,
Spoiler
this will
be
be good.
Both the characters die.
Yes, they do. But I remember reading about this and it being like pretty funny and on my radar. And I remember the poster as well. And this will definitely get an episode from me. I do want to see what it's all about and see if it's any good, because I think that this one is going to be like one of the sleepers of the season, in all honesty.
That's a very bold thing to say, because I think I've got one that I think is going to be the sleeper that probably no one's heard of.
This studio has also done jack shit. They've done like a children's TV show.
Get ready for
Shonen
some
Ashibi Go, and then the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. Those are the only shows it's done.
We'll get ready for some top tier animation.
We'll see how it is. But done by Studio Palette. So,
Palette.
Palette. That's not how you spell palette, though.
Well, I can tell you one thing. It's not Paulette.
Why not?
Okay, moving on.
E-T-T-E? That's an et. Anyways, Yuri is My Job. I've heard of this. I've never watched it, but it's done by Studio Passion and Studio Lings. Passion, I know, is pretty decent when it comes to their like romance anime. No, never mind. They're the lewd animes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know
not
what
the romance. I know that
they're
definitely the
it's
lewd
the
ones.
Lewd. Yeah, you got high school hero, harem in a labyrinth of another world. Good God, Moroko-chan, which is good, but it's got early on some some lewdness. Interspecies reviewers, that alone, I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
love flops, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be a horny one, it seems like.
No,
That
it's a
could be
comedy. It's a comedy shoujo. Reading the description, yeah, this does seem really funny.
horny can be comedy.
It's true. Hime gets roped into working at a weird cafe where the waitresses pretend to be students at an all-girl boarding school. She's strangely taken with her partner, Mitsuki, who's so kind to her in front of the customers. There's just one problem. Mitsuki can't stand her. That sounds fun.
Again, but I feel like it's another one of those things where the shtick's gonna get old.
You know what? I'll watch one episode. I'll let you know.
All right, you do that for me, my friend.
Moving on, Sorcerer Stabber Orphan Season 3. God, this title every
Season
fucking time.
3.
It gets me.
It's already
every
going on
fucking
right now
time.
too. It's already going on. Move along. It began in winter. It started really late.
I will
Move
not be
along.
watching this. My Home Hero. This one I do want to watch. I do want to give this one 3 to 5 episodes because I read the description. It's basically a mystery thriller drama type show. Of basically a dad finds out that his daughter's boyfriend is trying to scam her out of a lot of money, and he's tied to the yakuza, so he ends up killing her and killing the boyfriend and having to hide the body and avoid everything and just basically carry on life as it is. So I'm in on this one. This one looks fantastic. So
yeah, it looks really good. I think this is on my list, so I'm definitely gonna give it a try. I think I'll give it 3 episodes.
Done by Tezuka Productions, which did the quintessential quintuplets as well, season 1 at least. And then they did Dagashi Kashi, Girlfriend Dororo, which Dororo was really great. If you have not watched it, go watch it. Adachi and Shimamura, which that got an anime already. I just bought the first 4 books, so interesting. Cool.
Move
Moving on.
along.
Insomniacs After School. This is done by Linden Films. This I know you are looking forward to, so you talk.
This is going to be the sleeper of the season, I think. It gives me animation is Linden Films, and they're really, really good. We've already talked about them. They're excellent. But it kind of gives me it's hard to tell from the animation alone, but in terms of the premise, it's like a weird amalgamation of Call of the Night, because it's going to be very nighttime for a majority of the episodes, which is okay. Interested to see how they do that. On top of the characters themselves make me feel like it's going to be like Words Bubble Up like Soda Pop, where they're going to be kind of awkward with each other, but it's going to be super cutesy. And I think that's going to be adorable, and I cannot wait. Apparently it has a manga. I've never read it, but premise-wise, animation by the studio that's doing it, animation is going to be great. I think this is going to be the sleeper of the season, in my opinion. Yeah. But then again, I always lean towards slice of life in general, so I'm sure other people will be like, "No, it's this one, stupid." But for me, Insomniacs After School, be on the lookout for that one. I think that one's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely give it to 1 to 3 episodes, so we'll see. Moving on to Cafe Terrace and its goddess. This looks comedy, ecchi, harem, romance, shonen. No, I'm fine. I don't. It's a maid cafe. It looks like plus ecchi harem. So.
And a guy works with 5 of them. That's all you need to know.
Yep, I'm good. Moving on, Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts, done by JC Staff. Also, I just realized Tezuka Productions is doing the cafe one, My Home Hero, and I feel like they're doing another one as well. Like, they are busy this season.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use this Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts as an example of why you should not blame or take a studio and be like, this is going to be good, hands down, regardless. Because JC Staff, just their first 5 will go through. One Punch Man, Don Machi,
Season
Food
2
Wars.
Of One Punch Man.
Season 2 of One Punch Man, which had good animation. Okay, so calm down. Don Machi, Food Wars, Toradora, and Konosuba. Okay, all great. This looks like a weird fever dream of furries taking advantage of a lolly. And I'm not into it. I'm very upset, uncomfortable. This doesn't look fun or good at all. Just judging based on the poster and the synopsis. hey, if you like it, kudos to you. I would not even think of looking at it anymore. Can we please move on? I want it off my screen.
Fair enough. Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury season 2. I will be watching this. Season 1 was great. It ended in a fucking great spot that just perfectly set up season 2. I cannot wait for this. This show was brilliant. So if you haven't watched season 1, go watch it. It's great. The fucking 2D mechs are back. It's can't say anymore. I know you didn't watch season 1, so you're probably out.
Yeah. I do know that it's fantastic though, from what you've said and from what I've seen online. It looks like a great way for people to get introduced into the Mobile Suit Gundam franchise too.
Agreed. Yeah, no, if you don't know anything about Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch from Mercury is a very good starting place. Moving on though to the next show, the reason why Reliana ended up at the Duke's mansion. That's a fucking light novel title if I've ever heard it. Digital manhwa, never mind. Fantasy isekai romance shoujo.
It's giving me the vibes of like I'm the last villainess of the boss's dungeon, whatever stupid thing. My next life as a villainess, all roads lead to doom. That sort of vibe. It's giving me that,
except for the fact that there's only one girl and the rest are guys. Like this reminds me more of like a shoujo. Like,
buddy,
what?
Do you not know those series that I just said? Those are the same things.
Sorry, I'm kind of blacked out. What'd you say?
Oh God, I'm done with you.
Love you, buddy.
We're talking about the same stuff, but move along.
I'm out.
If you're into that genre, which is definitely up my wife's alley, sure, give this one a shot. But it's what would be considered to be like a reverse harem, most likely.
Yeah, Typhoon Graphics is the studio, and
Moving
I don't know
along.
any of them. It's fine. We're good on time. It's okay.
No, there's more that I want to talk about for longer periods of time that are coming up. So move your ass.
Goodness gracious, you pissed in your Cheerios. Dead Mount Deathplay. I made a TikTok about this. I'm very excited about this. I've been reading the manga.
You made a TikTok?
Yeah, I did. I know. We have a joint TikTok account. Wowie wow. I seriously really enjoy this this manga. This is gonna be a fun show. The poster makes it out to be a lot darker than it is. There is a lot of comedy to it. There is a bit of etchiness to it, like in certain parts, but for the most part, it is like a action fantasy isekai.
I love that your first two like genres to it are not even on here.
I said action fantasy, and it's
you said comedy, and you said isekai, and there's none of those are on here. It literally just says action, fantasy, seinen, and supernatural. You're like, it's a great comedy isekai. I was like, buddy, we're looking at the same one.
Yeah, I don't know. There should be a decent amount of comedy to it. I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to this one.
I love you saying that too, because the poster is very dark and disturbing. There's like a weird, creepy zombie dude in the background with like his hands across his face, like Shigeroki or whatever the fuck his name is from My Hero.
What if I told you he was just a magician?
You could have told me he was a fucking like sewer pipe goblin. I don't care.
This will be a good show. Just keep this on your list. It's made by Geek Toys. Geek Toys, they're pretty decent, if I remember correctly.
Let's just say pretty dangerous.
Pretty dangerous.
Why are they so dangerous?
They did Plunder, Data Life 4, and a few other shows, so they're decent. But yeah,
now
Dead
onto
Mount Deathplay.
Now onto the better anime that's coming out. The Danger in My Heart. This one's gonna be wonderful, and this one is actually gonna be kind of dark. But not really though. If you're
comedy, romance, slice of life, and you're saying it's gonna be dark.
Well, only because literally the first page of the manga is just the kid saying someone dies, but not really. It's just like his fantasy. But if you're unfamiliar with the series, it's a very different take on slice of life romance, whereby the main character is. People will judge me and be like, you're just saying the same stuff. It's just slightly different. But the main character like truly, absolutely abhors the so-called love interest in this. And so it's like basically his way of chipping at himself and figuring out, who he is as a person and kind of coming to those emotions. So it's a bit of like if you're watching uh what's the Kubo won't let me be invisible. Good gosh, I almost had a brain fart. If you're watching that, it's kind of similar in the sense that the girl is
Shines bright
the
like a
like
diamond.
active sure, she shines bright like a diamond. Um she's the one that's sort of instigating and giving off the strong emotions, or like what would be considered teasing. Uh but in Kubo's case, he's just like, no one ever notices me, so this is all new. But in The Dangers in My Heart, Kyotaro, who's the main character, is like, no, I legit hate you. I want you to die. If I had a knife in my hand, I would kill you on the spot. So it's a very like weird, darker perspective on the slice of life romance aspect of it all. So it's great though. I'm loving it. I'm on this 5th volume of the manga. It's been wonderful so far. It's been very wholesome and lovely. Again, I love me a good slice of life. So this is gonna be on the top of my list. Gonna be fantastic. Can't wait.
And it'll be airing on High Dive.
Hooray for High Dive.
So there you go. Next up, probably the slice of life I'm most looking forward to, because as soon as I said it earlier, I was like, no, there's another one that I really want. A Galaxy
Frank, real
Next
quick.
Door.
Frank, real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt you, buddy. What are the genre titles for a Galaxy Next?
Comedy romance seinen.
Oh,
Suck
that's weird. What'd you say it was? Can you repeat yourself one more time?
I said suck my butt.
One more time. I want you to
nice and deep in there.
Right
deep in there.
The Dangers in My Heart says comedy romance slice of life. So could you repeat exactly what you said and then reiterate the genre titles?
The dark depths of my butthole. I want you to suck. Comedy romance seinen by it is a Galaxy Next Door. This is a series that I don't even know if you've started reading. I think you have.
Field Ball Run, baby. That's all I need to say. So
never mind.
Shut up.
Wow, you are aggressive tonight. A Galaxy
you
Next
just
Door.
Told me to suck your butt constantly. You wanted me to get deep inside your anus to suck.
I did.
Okay, I don't want to hear anything from you anymore. Shove it and move along. This one's gonna be great. I haven't started reading it, but I know the manga is wonderful. I don't have to read it to know it's fantastic.
I don't want to give a lot away on this show. I'm not going to talk about it much. This is probably going to be my most look forward to slice of life of the season. So,
yeah.
Galaxy Next Door. I don't know. I think that's going to going to be on Crunchyroll. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I don't know. Yes,
it literally says Crunchyroll source.
Yep.
So I'm going to guess Crunchyroll.
Going to be on Crunchyroll. Next up, Loving Yamada at level 999.
Okay. This is the other one that is on my sleeper list. It's going to be fighting with the Insomniacs after school anime. This one's giving off the what is it? The otaku's love. Otakoi. Is that what it's called? Yes.
Wotakoi?
Otakoi. Wotakoi. Yes, Wotakoi. That one. It gives me that vibe. And I think that anime alone, people love the manga. I know my wife's read it and she loves it, and I know a lot of people love the anime as well. It's definitely has that sort of sensation to it, and I think that alone will draw people in. Whether or not the story is good is to be determined, but I think you can get those people in just from the aspect of like it being like an otaku or video game based. It's also done by Madhouse, which great animation.
Madhouse is the only thing that's drawing me in, because there's another show that's video game based, and I forget for the fucking life of me what it's called. Basically,
Sword Art Online.
No, God, fuck you. You know that it's not what it is.
No Game, No Life.
I hate you so much. No, there's another show that was a slice of life. It wasn't High Score Girl. Fuck, this is gonna really bug me.
Alicization.
I hate you, you piece of shit. Even though that season was great. This reminds me of that other show. I don't remember the title. My One Hit Kill Sister.
Cool story, bro.
I just said the title. Are you saying cool story to My One Hit Kill Sister? Because I'm out on this one.
Yeah,
this looks terrible.
That too. We talked about this one before.
We did.
It's the Do You Like My Mom and Her 2-hit combo or whatever. It's the kind of they've been off the same since like same vibes of that, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
If I
no.
have the time, I might just give it a one episode like watch. Like I'm not gonna enjoy it, but we'll just see what happens. But yeah, it's definitely not gonna be on my like, oh boy, another episode just dropped.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is not going to be on anywhere near my list, so we'll just move on. Eden Zero Season 2,
It's
aka
fake
Fairy
fairy
Tale
tale, which
Season
is
2. We're good.
yeah,
No, thank
yeah.
you.
Fairy tale is bad enough. We don't need this more of this.
The legendary hero is dead.
Oh my stars!
My stars and garters. No, I'm
It's
out.
got demon lords and vampires, and the art looks wow. Linden Films, what are you doing here? Yeah, no, this looks pretty bad. This looks pretty bad. It's gonna go save things at Hell's Gate. Huzzah! No, I am good. Moving along. Yeah,
The show for
the
sorry, I
next
remember
one.
the
Oh,
title. Recovery of an MMO Junkie is what it reminds me of. The Loving Yamada at 999.
you and three other people on this plane of existence have watched that anime because
It
I
is.
have never heard of it.
You would love it, actually. I think you would actually
You
love that
don't
show.
know me, and you're not my supervisor. Don't tell me what to do
Shut up,
or how
son.
to feel.
Anyways, Ranking of Kings, Treasure Chest of
Yeah.
Courage. There's no milk or cigarettes for you. Ranking of Kings, Treasure Chest of Courage. This is just a TV special of Ranking of Kings. If you've watched it, you'll probably watch this too. I have not caught up on all of season 1. I know you have, and I'm a heathen. I brought you to this show. You could watch it. You could tell me how it is.
I loved it. I'm not gonna lie though, I was a little bit upset when they were like, we have a TV special coming out, and I was like, no, I want another season. Like, just take an extra year, just give us a full season, please. Because the way they ended the first season, which was 2 parts, it was a 2-core, was perfect in the sense that they could have just ended it there, and I would have been happy, or they can continue it along, and I would be equally as happy. Like, it was a very nice, satisfying, like, thank you for the meal ending point. So the fact that there's a special, I'm like, you better not tease me too much. All right, you gotta give me something juicy. Otherwise, you're gonna leave me wanting more.
High and dry.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
the next 2 shows are probably it's gonna take up the chunk of this fucking show. This show is my number 1 most look forward to show this entire season.
Wow.
Like even more than the next one that we'll talk about, but Oshi-no-Ko. If you don't know what Oshi-no-Ko is, I'm not even gonna fucking spoil it. Don't read the plot to it. Go into it as blind as you can. Episode 1 will be 90 minutes, and boy howdy, it's gonna be fucking insane 90 minutes. But what I will tell you is that it is written by Aka Akasaka, who, if you don't know the actual name of, writes Kaguya-sama. So if you like Kaguya-sama, this is not going to be anything like it in the sense of it's going to be a comedy about a boy and a girl loving each other. This is something completely different. It's seriously just, it's batshit crazy is what it is. The very beginning of it and the premise of it is batshit crazy, and but once you get into the actual meat and potatoes of what the actual show is, it is a fantastic drama, and it is about the Japanese entertainment industry. It's crazy. It's going to be great. Please, for the love of God, watch Oshi-no-Ko. But the other show that I am actually the second most looking forward to show this season, Hell's Paradise. Holy hell. No pun intended. Have you read all of this yet or no? I asked because this came out. We talked about this last year. I didn't know if you had read it or not.
Steel ball.
I'll show you a ball.
Run.
I'll show you a ball. Hell's Paradise. This is the next venture from MAPPA, other than Attack on Titan. This show's gonna be great. The long of it short: convicts on death row paired up with executioners go to a fucking fantasy island of sorts where the elixir of life is supposedly at, and if somebody can bring it back to the shogun, or basically ruler of Japan, they'll be pardoned for all their crimes. It is batshit crazy. It is fantastic. This is going to be an awesome, awesome show. I don't want to give any more away about it, but go watch Hell's Paradise. This will be on Crunchyroll next season. I forgot to mention Oshi-no-Ko will be on High Dive, so do note that. The aristocrats, otherworldly adventure serving gods who go too far. No, thank you. No, I'm good.
The poster is just like, hey, we're underage,
Yep,
but
and
we're
there's
also
no.
kind of sexy, and I don't like that.
Also, there's no Miss Frizzle, and it's done by Magic Bus. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Well, Miss Frizzle could be the one running Magic Bus.
It's true.
You just don't know. Also, don't the. I
What
looked at
in
the
the?
other ones. We're not going to talk about this. We're going to move along. Moving along. Moving along. Moving right
Mashal,
along.
magic, and
It's
muscles.
Mashal. Harry Potter got
Reverse.
fucking.
It's reverse Harry Potter who loves cream puffs.
Yeah, fucking Harry Potter just takes creatine day in and day out and forgets how to use a wand and instead just uses his fists. That's Mashal.
If you haven't read it or anything, it's a very funny comedy. It's reverse Harry Potter. It's great.
Yep.
So,
A1 Pictures.
yep.
Kaguya, Sword Art. It's gonna look pretty. And I will say though too, the one thing that I can give credit to the studio for, it's partly director, I would assume too, but certain shticks that make the jokes funnier in terms of how they're animated or like how the sound design is with them could make things pop better. And I will say A1 does a really good job with that especially in Kaguya. So
Yeah.
good to see them doing another comedy, funny and interesting to see them do it in an action style too. Be like mixing Sword Art with Kaguya. So be some interesting times. But yeah, that one it's a favorite of my wife, so I'm sure she'll be watching it weekly when it airs on wait for it, the official English website. Fuck.
It'll probably be Crunchyroll
Okay.
if I had to guess.
The source just says official English website.
A lot of Viz Media stuff just goes to Crunchyroll. But yeah, as chat said, it's reverse Harry Potter without the transphobia, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
Anyways, Kuma 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 Bear Punch. It's season 2 of Kuma 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 Bear. No, I'm
hooray.
good.
That's cute though. I've watched. I ended up watching like one episode of it for some reason, but it was like a random ass episode, and it was cute. But yeah, probably not gonna get into it yet.
No, this one is interesting because it's been on my backlist for forever. Ancient Magus Bride season 2. Season 1 has been. I've watched. They had like an introductory like 3 episodes to set up the world, and then they had season 1. I watched the introductory 3 episodes, and it's phenomenal. It's great, and the art is absolutely fantastic and gorgeous. But I didn't end up watching season 1 because I wanted to watch it all at once, and I never ended up doing that. Season 2 coming out this season, done by Studio Kafka. So, good for you. I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too.
So, funny enough, I feel like this is our first true isekai that we've seen so far this season, and it's a very refreshing thing because I feel like last season we had like 27 different isekais that were either about farming or cooking. Yeah. So it's nice that we've gotten a break from that. So, still no. Still a big fat no from me though.
Apparently, my one-hit kill sister is an isekai as well, but yeah, no, this is a no for me as well.
I assume so. I didn't. What do you think? There's just some random bitch walking on the street, just one tapping everyone, just for shits and gigs?
Absolutely. But yeah, this is gonna be a no for me. Another isekai, which I feel like I've heard this one, and it's actually pretty good because it's self-aware and it does self-awareness pretty well. Summon to another world again.
Yeah, it's self-aware. Yes. Is this when you became aware of yourself too?
No.
And your body?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was Boku no Pico.
That is one of the most disturbing. That is joke. And we're canceled. Thanks everyone. This is the last podcast you'll ever hear from Frank. Frank is now canceled on the internet. The internet is banning him. All of the internet has now canceled and shut down Frankfurter. He's no longer existing anywhere in this world.
So long, farewell. Avita said, "Fuck you." No,
I mean it's a harem. It's a harem one. The main character also looks like a douchebag.
He does.
There's like ladies draped on him, and he's just like, all I want is a fucking Starbucks.
Yeah.
Get off me.
But I don't know. I've heard that it's very self-aware and it's very well done, but I probably still won't even watch it.
Self-aware can be funny if it's done well and done strategically.
Exactly.
If the whole joke is we're self-aware, that's not a joke anymore. Then you're just that's your crux.
No,
Like you're just
I'm
limping on by.
I get it, but I'm saying that I've heard it does it
No, you don't.
well.
Let me explain it to you,
Okay,
Frank. All right.
please
So
mansplain it to me.
in the beginning of time,
Uh-huh.
there were jokes. The first one was your mom.
Nice. The second one was Butt Detective, and then the third one was Steel Ball Run, and the fourth one is
Butt Detective is not a joke. Butt Detective is wonderful. We watched a full episode of Butt Detective at
we
one point.
did.
We spent an hour trying to figure out how we could even watch Butt Detective to begin with.
No,
And then
we
once
spent
it
an hour.
happened,
We spent 25 minutes figuring out where we needed to watch it, and then we spent an hour doing the damn thing.
yeah, well, it was a very long process to watch an anime that we both looked at each other and was like, this is wonderful, but how is this meant for kids?
It's fantastic. Go watch Butt
Yeah.
Detective if you can find it. This is a no for both of us. Moving on, Tonikawa Over the Moon Season 2. I still need to watch Season 1. I hear phenomenal things about Season 1.
Samesies.
Season 2's coming out, people. So have fun with it. In Another World with My Smartphone, Season 2. I never watched Season 1, so I'm good.
All the characters look like they were just copy pasted from other anime.
A little bit.
There's like no true differing features about any of them. They just look boring and bland. I'm sorry if you like this. I know a lot of people like the In Another World with My Smartphone manga too, and I know people like the first season, but like this just screams I'm boring, but I'm trying to be cool.
But also at the same time, I couldn't tell you where any of these characters are ripped from, except for the top.
No,
top
they
blonde
just
girl looks like the butler from Kaguya's butler. That's about it.
yeah, I guess I should reiterate to state that they just look like if you were to type in anime girl in Google, you would just see these pictures. Like they're just very like here's your standard anime girl. Have fun. And then the author is just like, yes. And they're like, well, wait, no, this is like the baseline version. Like, what features do you want to change? And they're like, nothing. They're like, well, no, sir, it's the equivalent of just using a mannequin. He's like, no, me no think, put in. They're like, okay, here's
And
your
then,
insert mannequin anime girls.
and then the male pro tag is just Kirito.
I'm here and I'm
It's
kind of gay.
It's
too,
just a
maybe?
Kirito light. But
I kind of
we're
feel
both-
uncomfortable with all these girls around me. I'd rather there be like, I don't know, like a boy or two.
But
Is
it's a
that just
harem,
me?
so it is what it is. But yeah, we're not watching it. Moving on. We talked about Attack on Titan at the top of the show. So if you're tuning in late
Which is
for
enough
some
of
reason, yeah, if you're tuning in late, you can go watch the beginning of the show. Dr. Stone Season 3. I still need to watch the in-between episode that bridges Season 2 and 3.
I know Drew Tendo64 is super excited about it. I have not watched any of Dr. Stone, so good on all of you that have watched it.
I will be watching this. I thoroughly enjoy Dr. Stone, but yeah.
They're on a pirate ship, Yahar. So it's now One Piece. Dr. Stone, the One Piece edition.
There you go. Konosuba, an explosion on this wonderful world. Take it away.
Yay! This one looks fun. This one's just going to be my like fun turn off brain one for the season. I love the Konosuba series. I thought it was great. That is the perfect example of an isekai that is the like biggest spoof of an isekai ever, where they just poke fun at all of the stupidity that is today's isekai genre. And I love it. I thought it was great. I thought the comedy was good. I thought the animation was like I gave me the same reaction to when like watching Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, where everything was kind of normal and then out of nowhere like Megumin just shoots off a laser beam of fire and you're just like, what animation studio popped on, or what guy did they wake up from the back room and was like, you're on, kid, and he's like, oh, okay, and like drew the perfect animation and then went back to hibernation. Like it was wonderful. So this one's gonna be great because it takes place a year before the Konosuba and whatever on this wonderful world.
It's a prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Just
it
focusing
just follows
on
Megumin.
Megumin
and the Crimson Magic Clan, which is going to be great.
To give a heads up, it's being done by Studio Drive, which was founded in 2015, but I don't really know what they've done because they didn't do their first show until 2019, which I've never heard of. Other shows that they've done, Teppen Laugh Till You Cry, which I dropped pretty quickly because of the delay. They are doing Konosuba Season 3, and then they did To Your Eternity Season 2. So I don't know if this was a studio that was made after Konosuba and was like, hey, do things, and including Konosuba.
Yeah,
But
because they're apparently doing Konosuba
Season 3,
God's Blessing on This Wonderful World 3, yeah. And then Uzumaki as well.
which is going to be... let's just hope they fucking get it right, because I know that that's one of Junji Ito's best stories that ever.
Yeah.
So hopefully they do well.
Yeah, but regardless, though, the story looks great. The trailer looks fun as hell, too. It's just a bunch of really awkward, over the top. They're basically like if the girl from Love, Chuniboyo, and Other Delusions, if it was just a school full of her and only her, that's what this is going to be like. And I cannot wait for the level of nerdiness and awkwardness to be had in this anime. It's going to be a blast.
Agreed. I will definitely be watching this. I enjoyed the hell out of Konosuba. I will be rewatching Konosuba 1 and 2, hopefully sometime soon, once I'm done with my 300th show, according to what I've put into Mal. So
Nerd.
yeah, I know. But the last two shows we talked about, Demon Slayer, the last one being Vinland Saga Season 2. It's a continuation from this past season. I'm waiting for Vinland Saga Season 2 to be done so I can watch it all in one go, because I binged the ever-living hell out of Season 1. I knew that after watching it, I knew that if I had watched this week to week, I'd be pulling my fucking hair out. So I'm really looking forward to watching Season 2. I'm just going to watch it once it's all done. Also, there's a shit ton going on in spring. We listed off probably 10 shows that we are going to at least be trying, if not watching, the full show of. So, I could put this one on the back burner. There's a good amount coming out in summer to my remembrance, but I can fit Vinland Saga in there as well. So
yeah. I mean, we should talk about Demon Slayer though as the final one, because the Demon Slayer season hasn't started, and I'm very excited about it. I really enjoy the direction that they're taking with it. You could kind of assume that it was going to be this way after the Entertainment District, but the fact that they're continuing along with just one or two other Hashiras, and that's it. They're not joining the whole gang. It's not the random adventures of the first season, right? It's most likely going to be in one set location with one set objective, and you spend a number of hours just building on the backstory of the characters, the location itself, and its importance to either the demons or the Hashira. The demons themselves too, continuing along with them. I like that. That's the direction they've gone, because I thought the Entertainment District was the most perfect transition from the first season into the later seasons, and I think Swordsmith Village Arc is going to be following that same formula, and I think it's going to be great, especially since it follows Windy Boy and Booby Girl, because they're both interesting enough characters that I think they could carry along a season pretty well. Not as good as my boy Tengen, but they're good enough.
I'm looking forward to it. I am highly optimistic on this. I enjoyed the ever-living hell out of the Entertainment District. I have my gripes with Mugen Train, and Season 1 was fun. It was just really, really pretty. But other than that, it was fun. It was turn your brain off. This is fine.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to...
special.
Yeah, it was nothing special, but it was very pretty to look at. So I am I'm very cautiously optimistic, or very optimistic, for Swordsmith Village. I really hope that it is very good. And I realize now, at the very beginning of this, I was I don't know if they're going to split it into 30-minute episodes for episode 1, or if they're going to do a 1-hour special. It just says, it literally says a note here, 1-hour special for episode 1. So
yeah,
there's going to be that. That is going to be your spring 2023 anime. Tell us what you guys are going to watch, whether you are in our comments on YouTube or somehow in podcasts. I don't think that's a thing. Or you could tweet at us at Baka&Co podcast. If you like short form content, we do upload YouTube shorts and TikToks at Baka&Co News on TikTok and Baka&Co on YouTube. Until next time, Spark Triumph. We will see y'all then.